7 Mysterious Things Recently Discovered in Australia. Australia is a land with many quirks. It's vast but sparsely populated with nearly twice the amount of kangaroos as there are humans. It's searingly hot too, but nevertheless it's an inviting place for a visit, home to many amazing wildlife and views with famous buildings and landmarks that many travelers long to see, and lately the king god, her words, the ruler girl chief, some very strange things that have been turning up down under. You'll see 7 mysterious things recently discovered in Australia. Number 7. Outback Stormtrooper. He may not have known it at the time, but when 9-year-old Scott Locksley first saw stormtroopers walking across the deserts in Star Wars in 1977, he was looking into the future 36 years later. After watching the classic flick at the local drive-in with his parents, he decided to combine his love for a galaxy far, far away with a lifelong ambition to cross Australia on foot. So Scott put an ambitious plan in motion that would see him walk across the expanse of the country in his stormtrooper armor in an effort to raise hospital. Scott's mission might seem strange, but he actually did this for a very specific reason. He's a member of a volunteering group dedicated to supporting children's charities by dressing up in Star Wars costumes. He completed what surely must be the world's toughest and longest ever Imperial March, and things do get incredibly tough. While walking across a desert and unbearable heat, carrying food on such an arduous journey is also quite difficult. So Scott had to make do with whatever is available on the go. He's had to eat a few bizarre meals on his journey. Number 6. Beach falls into sea all throughout Australia. There are many remarkable places to visit for their beauty. One of the most popular places is Inskip Point. This peninsula is located to the north of Inskip, a locality in Queensland, Australia. This location makes for great views of the seaside and also offers up some beachfront fun. But not just this beach, and you can see why the so-called sinkholes appear every now and again along Inskip Beach. But technically it's not considered a sinkhole, which is caused by the earth dissolving beneath the ground. Instead, this phenomenon is known as a nearshore landslide, caused by the fast-moving current that dissolves the sand beneath its surface. Eventually, the weight of the sand becomes too great to support itself, and it collapses, and make no mistake, it has the potential to take with it anyone standing near it. This vanishing beach occurred not far from where previous holes have opened up in the past, including one that forced people to evacuate. It's happened numerous times before, and it's well known by locals. But the good news is that they repair themselves sometimes within weeks or months. They'll fill in again, the sea brings the sand back. Number 5. Underground Town. This unusual place is the center of Australia's opal mining industry. It's located in South Australia, over 1,000 miles from Canberra, the country's capital city. An estimated 70% of the world's opal production can be linked back to the town, earning it the title of opal capital of the world. It's called Cooper Pedy. In fact, the majority of Cooper's residents work in the opal industry here, and half of its inhabitants live underground, and after 100 years of living in these dugouts, the folks who call it home have no plans of leaving. What began in 1916 as a mining operation has since expanded into the unreal subterranean community. And as you can see, nothing about this underground mining town is for the faint of heart. For starters, it's hot. In the summer, temperatures can creep up to 113 degrees Fahrenheit in the shade. Despite this, over the years, Cooper Pedy's residents have become extremely adept at life, creating customized subterranean houses that go beyond just living in a cave. Number 4. Hieroglyphics. Considered a hoax by some and ultimate evidence of ancient Egyptian transoceanic voyages by others, the curious set of symbols in Australia has produced mixed views from researchers around the globe, referred to as the Gosford glyphs. These intricate set of symbols is believed to have been carved some 5000 years ago by ancient Egyptians, who visited down under the glyphs site. Features almost 300 engravings on 2 sandstone walls. They're found in an area known for its Aboriginal petroglyphs within the Brisbane Water National Park. First sighted in Australia in the 1900s, it's said that the enigmatic set of symbols carved on a massive rock has been present in local folklore for more than a century. Advanced ancient civilizations like the ancient Egyptian civilizations managed to travel by ship to other continents. It sure looks like it. According to numerous sources, the ancient Egyptian civilization was extremely well developed. They did construct powerful transoceanic ships. They're the real deal. Number 3. Mari cut into the harsh. Landscape with lines over 115 feet wide and 1 foot deep, the towering Mari Man is easily visible from space. It's a 2.6-mile long line, drawing of an aboriginal with an outline that measures, makes it the largest geoglyph and work of art in the world. The landmark was only discovered in 1988 by a pilot flying over Australia's outback, and this huge geoglyph has puzzled scientists since then for the simple reason that not a single witness saw the creation of the Mari Man. Somehow one person or a group of people were able to create the geoglyph without being seen, which speaks to the absolute isolation of the region. There have been several rumors about its mysterious creation. The artwork was simply a publicity stunt by an unknown artist, while others believe it was even built by extraterrestrials. But we may never know the true origin of the Mari Man. The inspiring carving has begun to fade over the years, and the Mari Man had almost disappeared entirely. Number 2. The Spinning House. Welcome to Everingham Rotating House. This rotating house is octagonal in shape and surrounded by a circular exterior veranda, and the whole thing spins 360 degrees each way. This allows us to take advantage of the seasonal changes, like following or avoiding the sun, moving the lounge room to catch the breeze, or perhaps taking advantage of the views like waking up with the river. In view dining by the riverside, just to name a few. A touch screen in the dining room controls the rotation. A full rotation takes about 45 minutes, so you can hardly notice you're moving. The house can be set up to follow the sun or to avoid the sun, but largely of glass and steel and powered by an electric motor. Number 1. Pinnacles. The pinnacles are amazing natural limestone structures, formed approximately 25,000 to 30,000 years ago, after the sea receded. Many of the pinnacles stand over 10 feet tall and are a popular attraction for tourists looking to set foot on alien soil without ever leaving the Earth. 3 major theories have been proposed as to how they came to be. The first theory states that they were formed as dissolution remnants of the limestone. They formed as a result of a period of extensive weathering. A second theory states that they were formed through the preservation of trees, where roots became groundwater conduits and wind erosion exposed to concrete pillars. A third proposal suggests that plants played an active role in the creation of the pinnacles, as they drew water through the soil to the roots. Nutrients and other dissolved minerals flow toward the root. The movement of water to the roots would drift the flow of the calcium to the root surface. This calcium accumulates at high concentrations around the roots and over time turned into these, located at the southern gateway to Australia's Coral Coast. The Pinnacles Desert of Nambung National Park is Western Australia's most visited attraction. These videos prove that life is little different down under, but that's what makes it so special. So be the first to catch more of our great videos by liking and subscribing, and stay tuned for more awesome content.